It is with great pleasure to have the Chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee of U.S. Congress with us. Please welcome Congressman Eliot Engel.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's a little warm today, but it's good to be here. I remember the last time, about a year and a half ago, when I met many of you in front of the United Nations in New York, and we had a rally there as well. And it's just really important. You know, when you stand here and you look as far as the eye can go, and you realize that all these people, good-looking young people, who are here, who were murdered by the mullahs in the Iranian regime in Tehran, it really makes your heart ache, because you look at these young people, good-looking people, who want the same thing for Iran that we in the United States take for granted in the United States. And that is the opportunity to flourish, the opportunity to have freedom of thought, freedom of expression, basic rights that we have. And these people were exercising their rights only to be brutally murdered by the Iranian regime. And what's really so disgraceful, if that wasn't enough, we find that many of the people who were responsible for these massacres of these beautiful young people here are the very people who have high positions in the Iranian regime today. So that continues. That continues. And it's really important that the Congress, of which I'm proud to be a member and chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, that we speak out, that young people, old people, all people speak out against this barbarity. And you know, we have a very big Iranian American community all over the country. Many in New York, where I'm from, many in California, and many even in the Washington area. And if you know Iranian Americans as well as I do, you know that they are a intelligent, industrious, hardworking people who yearn for the same kinds of freedom that we have here in Washington in the United States. We take it for granted, and sometimes we don't appreciate it, and we should. But any one of us can say whatever we want, like I am, like many of you have, and know that when I stop, I'm not going to be arrested and being taken away because I was an opponent of the regime. But too many Iranians have been arrested for no reason and taken away and have been murdered and never to be heard from again. Well, we have an obligation in the United States to speak out against them. The Iranian people and the American people, under normal conditions, should be the best of friends and the best of allies. Should be, because the things that the people want in both countries are the same things that all freedom-loving people want. And we know here in the United States, the Iranian American community, whether it's in California or here in Washington or in New York, has thrived because the Iranian people, by and large, are hardworking, intelligent, industrious, and want freedom. And so I'm happy to be here to share this with all of you, to say that I support freedom for Iran. I support democracy for Iran. I want the Iranian people to do as well as the Iranian people do in the United States of America. And you look at the Iranian American community, it is a highly educated community. It is a fairly affluent community. It is a community of ideas, of intelligent people. That is what Iran would be like today if it was not being run by the mullahs and the people who kill people in the guise of religion or in the guise of anything else. One only has to look at how the Iranian community has thrived in the United States and to know that the nation of Iran would thrive if people were allowed the basic freedoms that we have here in the United States. So I'm here today to show my support for a free Iran, I'm here to say that I want the same type of things for the Iranian people in Tehran and around surroundings of Iran that we have here in America, who have been listening to me, and we've been talking about freedom for Iran for many, many years. And I'm happy to be here on probably the hottest day of the year, because it's well worth a little inconvenience for the world to know that we know what happened in 1989. I'm going to keep telling the world because it's unacceptable behavior. So long live a free Iran, long live a good alliance between the United States and Iran, and long live the people of Iran, both the people living in Iran and the Iranians here in America, the Iranian-American community, which is such an important community as well. As the chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I want to tell you that on both sides of the aisle, Democratic and Republican, we support Iranian freedom, and I'm here to tell you that in person. Thank you so much.